All right, traders, today is June 11th, 2024. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up. So let's take a look at some charts. All right. So here's SPY. Guess what SPY did today? Yep, you guessed it. New all-time high for SPY. In the last 30 seconds, they nailed it. Last 30 seconds, going right into CPI. All right. Lately, I got to say, they have been going into CPI and FOMC statements. They have been ratcheting it up going into these statements. So I'm curious what's going to happen when they finally do a rate cut. Are they going to rally into it after the rate cuts come, or is that it? It's over. So all of this is the anticipation. Look at that. New all-time high going into CPI. Excuse me. So I guess they don't expect to be too bad tomorrow. All right, so let's look at it. 10-minute uptrend. 2-hour. Got to be a 2-hour uptrend. We made new all-time highs. 2-hour uptrend. All right. Daily uptrend. Okay, so we got, for today's candle, we got, let me just move some of this stuff out of the way. All right, so for today's candle, we got, did it come all the way down to there? No, I don't think it came all the way down to there, did it? Didn't come all the way down to there. That's 532. Yeah, maybe it did. All right, so for today's candle, we got a lower high, higher low, higher high, and a lower low. So after the inside day came a breakout. All right, so there's SPY, new all-time high for today. Okay, so there's SPY, new all-time high, 2-hour uptrend, 10-minute uptrend going right into the close. CPI tomorrow morning, 8:30. All right, let's go take a look at, let me just pull this down. QQQ. QQQ, new all-time high for QQQ. Probably happened in the last 30 seconds as well. New all-time high for QQQ. FNGU. All right, FNGU, new 2-year high for FNGU. New 2-year high. Okay, let's take a look at SMH. SMH, no, but guess what? XLK. New all-time high for XLK. So new all-time highs for XLK, FNGU, SPY, and QQQ. All right, let's take a look at IWM. See if we got any good news. Still haven't broken the downtrend. Lower high, lower low, right into support. Maybe they can turn it around. Notice closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. So nothing good happening yet other than a green candle challenging the trend. That's all we got. That's all I got to report. Diamond Dow still in a downtrend. Lower high, lower low. Okay, Diamond Dow still in a downtrend. Today's candle, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish cross, underneath the 17 EMA. There's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at our technicals. All right, so we started out, guess what, in the oversold zone. You know, I had all this hope with this uptrend, and guess what? It fell apart. I was looking for a J-hook right here, and nope, it didn't happen. We started out in the oversold zone, and the bulls threw us out of the oversold zone, and now we are chopping around inside the sell zone. That's it, T2122. T2123. You can see we gapped down and kind of bullied all day, trying to get up over that midpoint right there. For the most part, it was red all day, and that's because we gapped down so far. Again, guess what happened? Yep, that's right. We failed to fill the gap again. All right, so yesterday we failed to fill the gap. Today, we failed to fill the gap. I don't know. You know, when does this end? There's the hooking over 200 SMA. 200 SMA is in a downtrend right now. Okay? Can't seem to make our way up on top of it. And we just hit the midpoint yesterday, rallied up, and then we gapped down again today, spiked the midpoint, can't even get back to today's open. Right there, we couldn't even get back, never mind yesterday's close. We couldn't even get back to today's open. All right, so T2123 NYSE really just having a tough time getting going here after making new all-time highs. So there's T2123 15-minute. Here's the 3-bar. Again, okay. Remember what I said when I saw that space in there? You know, it's not looking like the V bottom, not looking good when my bull flag has space in between there. So here we are pulling back to the midpoint of the move up. And now you can see price action is a second day below here. This right here today, that is the rubber band candle. We break below that, and I don't have any hope for IWM. Not for the bulls anyways. If we break below that, okay, because that is the rubber band candle for the 200 SMA on the 3-bar chart. All right, let's take a look at FNGU. FNGU performed like a champion today. Okay, so after 3 days of consolidation, we had the breakout. Beautiful thing that happened there. Came up, got on top of VWAP, did a VWAP pullback, and after we got the catch on the VWAP pullback, price action just ran away from VWAP for the rest of the day, straight into those highs. So now we're looking for price action to consolidate on top of this consolidation right here. So I want it to consolidate here, or go up high and then pull back to this area and hold this area. I don't want to see any more candles below here. Not for another 2 weeks, another month. All right? Don't want to see any more candles below that. All right? Want to see price action go up and hold the area. All right? Score first down and hold the yardage. All right? So there's FNGU. Nice work on FNGU today. All right? Let's go back to the charts. All right? Let's take a look at precious metals. SLV. Still in a downtrend, lower high, lower lows. Today's candle, lower high, lower low. Closing below the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, SLV still in a downtrend. GLD, there's gold, still in a downtrend. Made a higher low and a higher high closing inside the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Still in a downtrend. USO. USO is, they got to take out this high. Still in a downtrend. Higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap, over the rise, over a hooking 17 EMA. But guess what? Still in a downtrend. UNG, nat gas. Is that a new all-time high? Is that a new 2-week high? No, not quite. All right. Anyways, UNG in an uptrend. All right. Making higher lows and higher highs. Okay, so UNG in an uptrend. What do we got? Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Okay, XLK. XLK, new all-time, brand new all-time high for XLK. That's our technology sector. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, making brand new all-time highs for XLK. SMH. Guess what? Not new all-time highs, but they made new all-time highs yesterday. Okay? Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Okay? Remember, QQQ made new all-time highs. SPY made new all-time highs, and FNGU made new 2-year highs. Okay. I wonder what Snowflake's doing. Just curious. Don't rag on me. Snowflake, the latest addition to the FNGU, has been nothing but a disappointment. Okay? They might be back into, I don't know, multi-year support now here. Are they ever going to get a bounce? So here's Snowflake, the latest edition. I don't know who picked Snowflake. But, nothing but a disappointment with lower highs and lower lows in the FNGU. Imagine if they didn't have Snowflake in the FNGU, what the FNGU could be doing right now. Like say if it had like AI or super microcomputers, one of those. If it had something other than Snowflake. I don't know what's going on with Snowflake. They're just having a tough time with it. All right, see that? It's on support. Multi-year support. That's multi-year support right there. I got to tell you, it's looking like it's going to make a new all-time low, while the FNGU makes a new 2-year high. See, if we didn't have Snowflake, imagine FNGU, we could be up here. We could be up here at 503. We're at 388. We could be up here at 503. If we didn't have that Snowflake that's given us, that's weighted now because it's part of the indice, okay? So now it's weighted. And, I mean, if we didn't have that in there, we could be making new all-time highs up here around 500 for FNGU. But no, I don't know whose bright idea was to put Snowflake, but they're just having a tough year. Another tough year. What is that, 3 in a row? Somebody really think this through. Okay, so let's go back. Let's take a look at some new data. All right, let's take a look at IYT. IYT transport still in a downtrend. Okay, got a lower high and a lower low closing inside a bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. XLF had a pullback today. Did they make a lower low? All right, what's the low? 40.65, 40.69. Guess what? XLF was in an uptrend. It's now in a downtrend. Lower highs and lower lows. XLF now in a downtrend. Okay? Not good. Now we got 2 of the major 3. You got the financials in a downtrend. Maybe they can recover this. I don't know. Got financials in a downtrend, and you got transports in a downtrend. I mean, technology can carry us, but only so far. All right, so my visions of SPY 550 are starting to fade away. All right, they're starting to get blurred out. So there's XLF, starts a downtrend. Not liking that. XLI got a double top and kind of a double bottom, but XLI, look at this, that's a bear flag. All this consolidation down here. XLI still there's a high. We haven't made a lower low yet, okay? So still in an uptrend, but a really flaky uptrend with this bear flag that we got. Today's price action, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA, okay? I got to tell you, it's not looking good. They're on support, okay? XLI's on support. Snowflake's on support. Snowflake needs life support. Transports are on support right there. See that? They hit support there. XOF. XLF is on support. Well, let me just say, I got one hope for tomorrow, okay? They're all on support. Maybe CPI comes out, prints some good numbers. Maybe the Fed starts talking about cutting rates in August or July. And the market rallies off of the support lane. That's it. That's all I can hope for. On the dollar, for the dollar today, dollar got even more bullish. I wanted it down here below these, see these bearish engulfing? I wanted it below there. But technically, it seems to want to consolidate on top of there. That's not a good sign. That would be a bull flag forming on top of prior resistance, which means it's on support. We don't want it on support. We don't mind it spiking resistance and then fading away, but now we've got price action kind of forming and closing complete candles over what was the resistance. So that's not good. You can see this is the 200 SMA. We were down there. We were consolidating underneath it, but notice every single candle was attached to it. And then lo and behold, then we got a spike up in the US dollar. So not looking good. US dollar kind of ruining the SPY 550 dream right now, but it is what it is. All right. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. CPI comes out. And we got FOMC statements. So we got a double decker tomorrow. CPI at 8:30, FOMC at 2 o'clock, and then we've got a little presser from the Federal Reserve at 2:30. So it will be a volatile day tomorrow. All right, very, very, very whippy and volatile. All right, so Thursday might be the better day to trade. But there we go. Unless of course, the dollar fades sometime between now and 6 p.m., gives us that tweezer top looks, and then starts heading back down towards the 200. That would be a beautiful thing. But maybe CPI will help that happen. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the tail's going to wag the dog or the dog's going to wag the tail. All right, so there's the U.S. dollar. All right, traders, so I want to show you what we did today. We had a measured move in SPY, all right, and we did the 10-minute chart. That's our favorite chart. So here was the 10-minute move, all right, price gap down, and then we traded down. We didn't even hit one of my anchored VWAPs. Doesn't mean it's in the right spot, but that's it right there. So we didn't even hit, but we did come right in. We spiked the pivot. This is the pivot, 532.80. So we spiked the pivot, and then we ripped for a $2 run up here, and then we pulled back to VWAP, and then we started to head back into the upward direction. So you can see here's the measured move, okay? And I measure from the bottom of this rally up, okay? From the bottom of the rally up to the top of the rally up. And then I just take this, all right, and I duplicate it, all right? I'm going to take this out of the way so you can see how it's done. All right, so here's the rally up, then here's the pullback to VWAP. Now, I take this, the second one that I duplicated, and I put the bottom of that box on the bottom of the pullback. All right, so I can get an idea of where I expect price to go. And I see up here we've got this resistance See along the top of those wicks, got a wick there, a little wick there, a little wick there, a little wick there. All right, sounds like old MacDonald had a farm. Anyways, you can see all the wicks happening up there, and that was our price target right up there, 536.50, right up there, 49. So we played the breakout. We had a 10-minute, right here, it's a 10-minute uptrend, okay, on top of the pivot, 10-minute uptrend on top of the pivot, okay, also on top of all-time high anchored VWAP, all right, and then green erases red, okay, so this would be the red from here down to here, okay, that would be the red, that would be the move down, that's the pullback, erasing the pullback, then this becomes, trash that out, now you can see this becomes the entry candle for green erases red, right there. Then you get another candle, green erases red. Okay, then you get another candle, this was the thriller trade, green erases red, right there. Really don't want that one because it's at the end of the day and CPI is coming in tomorrow. So do you really want to be holding on to a big position with all the volatility coming in tomorrow? But nonetheless, in the last 30 seconds, guess what? They made a brand new all-time high for SPY. All right, so there you go. SPY making a brand new all-time high. And that was the trade for today. All right. They did here, they did the gap fill, and then they got on top of gap right there, on top of yesterday's close. And they consolidated on top of yesterday's price action. See yesterday's price action right here. We got on top of it, and then we rallied into the end of the day. So there it is. And we made a new all-time high. All right, traders, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow at, guess what, 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll do it again, all right? Don't forget, CPI 8:30 tomorrow morning. I'll probably be talking right through it, but we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. We see all the volatility and see what we want to trade, and look to see what the market says and see what the inflation is doing to the economy. All right. Until tomorrow, we'll see y'all at 8 o'clock in the morning. Everybody have a great evening. Thanks, Marley.